What's up guys, Double Dragon here, another episode of the WoWkemon Dailies. And I've done a little bit of leveling last night. I got Tank Spot up to 22, Fat Boss 23, and Big Nash is still 23. So I reckon just one or maybe two more days of training and then I can go fight some trainers. Because all the trainers are level 25 at this point and I can't contend much at, right now. I could play possibly could beat the trainer, but I really don't want to waste my time trying right now, so I'll give it a day or two. Now, there has been a post in Mode Champion as usual, and they're talking about Elder Charm changes. Elder Charms are the things you use to get bonus loot of a boss. It's like an extra roll. And what they're saying is that you now have a chance when you do dailies to get a bonus Elder Charm of Good Fortune from the Sun Reaver supply crate and the Kirindor supply crate. That's Alliance and Horde. So what it means is you go to the new island, the new Thunder Island, and Tank Spot died, that sucks. Go to the new island, you do the dailies, and you have a chance to get Elder Charms. Now, we just got the system back in place where you could do your first heroic dungeon of the day, first scenario to get rep for a faction. And, that's a step forward, but this is a step backwards. What is wrong with Blizzard right now? I mean, it's like, we finally get some leeway for getting rep. And now, in order to get Elder Charms, you now have a better chance of getting them by doing dailies. You literally cannot do anything except you have to do dailies to get these Elder Charms, and that gets you more gear. So it's like you have to do dailies. Oh wow, I won. Okay, moving on. I will not let Tank Spot die right now. It will not happen. So, I mean, it's like no matter what in this game, you have to do dailies in order to get the best gear. You have to do it. They just will not let up on that fact. It's just something they've got their claws around dailies and they're just shoving it in your face and you don't want it. You don't want it. Unbelievable. So, right now I'm trying to gear up my my off-spec, my heal off-spec, and in order for that to happen, because I don't have any gear, well, I've got like some pants and a chest that I got recently. They're like 489 or whatever they are, and to get other gear I have to keep running LFR. Now I ran all of the LFRs the other day, all 5 of them. Took up freaking hours of my time, and I only got 1 drop out of the entire thing. That is it's hilariously bad. That is bad, okay? I ran the entire tier of this this expansion thus far, and I got 1 drop. 1 drop! I thought, because I thought it was kind of bad initially that like the drop rate were like kind of poor, and now I think they're horrible, ridiculously awful. It means I have to run it every week to get 1 drop. 1. I've got like 12 slots to fill, if not more, and you give me 1 piece of loot, and it's not even that great. It's even worse than something you get out of normal mode MSV. That makes no logic to me. It's like you've run the entire thing, you've run everything that's out, and you get 1 drop. Unbelievable. So if I had Elder Charms, I would have made it, speed up. It would have speeded up the process. But you have to do dailies to do them, and I don't log on for dailies. I mean, give me a break. I'm spending enough time just doing the raids, but you have to do dailies, which takes even more time in order to have a better chance. It's not a guarantee, it's a chance to get more loot. And if I had rolled every charm on every boss, I would have had the same chance of getting that 1 piece of loot. How terrible is that? Apart from that, alternate news. Oh wow, it's a rare rat, indeed. Well, I don't really care about getting a rare rat, so bugger it. There is some new legendary quests involving Wrathion, the son of Deathwing, and I don't know, the reward is still like an epic gem or whatever it is. It's a stupid gem, I mean, Jesus Christ. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that story pans out, because I have not listened to the audio files, you know, the spoilers and everything. So it will be a surprise for me. But it's so difficult to unlock the story. I mean, the story should be really accessible. It should be like, whenever I play a game, just a game that's not Warcraft, I usually go on the easy setting so I can experience the story. If I want to go back and play it again, I will jump up the difficulty to something that would challenge me. But for the most part, I don't want to have to work ridiculously hard to get the story. I want it to be like a movie, like an interactive movie. That's all I really want. I don't want to have to go and farm 80 bosses over like 3 months and finally you are rewarded with like 2 minutes of story, which probably isn't even that great. It's just like something you can look up on YouTube in 5 minutes, you know? Come on. Come on. Story segments are good, but they should not be like this huge reward, you know? You've defeated Lord Illidan's son, and now you can watch a quick little, not even a cutscene, like an in-game kind of dialogue involving characters moving around trying to like hitting each other like with animations, but they don't line up. So instead, like, someone kicks someone, then the other person just stands there for a second, and then they like sweep off, and that's it. It's like, that didn't look very impressive, really. So I just killed Lord Illidan's son and defeated the entire Mogu army, and now I get to watch a crappy little interaction between 2 static characters. Wow. And I get a gem, a legendary gem. Incredible. So if they just made this stuff more accessible, it's absurd that it's now easier to experience the entire raid tier in like 1 week than it is to see a story. It was the opposite before, now it's the opposite. So what are they thinking here? Why do they make it difficult to unlock the story? Why can't we just see it and then unlock the rewards later or something? It just seems weird to me. It's just a weird little thing that I don't understand. Fat boss died. Alright, well, let's send out Big Nish. Oh wow, Tank Spot died. How did he die? Was it just not paying attention? Did he get like poisoned or something? I have no idea. Dodge. You can't dodge Big Nash. Big Nash Pro Source. So, there are some more topics in my champion, but I'm going to have to scroll down to see it, and that's going to stop the music for a second, so I'm going to switch over for a second. Bam, okay, so, cross-realm zones in PvP, I don't care about PvP, apparently I didn't scroll down far enough, that's fun. Alright, let's scroll down, world. By the way, people have been making these topics on the forums about Ghost Crawler, and like, people putting up like polls about whether or not he should be fired. Those things piss me off. Who are these people that are making these ridiculous topics concerning, you know, whether or not an employee is fit enough to work somewhere? You know, bugger off. That's none of your business. And these topics are like just flaming, just trolling. That's all they're doing. And they make me angry every time I see them. I hate them. Alright, so let's talk about professions for a second, because there is a bunch of posts on this and people talking about like account-wide professions and garbage. But for me, I don't really care if professions are account-wise. Like, I just log over when I need to do something on my alt with professions. How is that a big deal? It's not. So people should stop whining about that. But professions as a whole in Warcraft are pretty bad, I'll be honest. They have not been updated. They're one of the few things in Warcraft that have not been updated thus far. And if you have a look at something like SWTOR and the professions they have in that is excellent, because you don't really need to focus on the professions in that game so much. Like, the fact that you go out and, you know, start like mining stuff in that game, would be like bio looking, like using a scanner on like a leaf or something, whereas in this game it's like you got to go around and mine and herb. So in that game, that's optional. Like, you don't have to go around the world and start scanning leafs. You can just send one of your companions to go do it for you. And that was perfect. That was perfect. Because in this game, it's like, you're mandatory. You have to go around and you have to fly around for like 5 hours to fill up your bags with all your mining minerals and all this. And if it was more automated, so I didn't have to like think about it, like if it did it while I was offline, like if it was manageable, you know, like you got that armory application for your phones. If you could use that to do professions, that would be perfect. That would be interesting, but you can't do it. It's like I barely even use that app because it's like, apart from chatting to guildies and checking if your stuff is sold on the auction house, there's nothing else. There's no other reason to use it, really. It's like, if I want to check out the game, I just log on. I just go on the internet and I do it 10 times faster than having to type in with this tiny ass keyboard on the screen, my touch screen. So if they did an overhaul of professions and made them completely not awful, one of my main gripes for it has always been that I probably should have switched over actually. Please don't die, tank spot. Thank Christ. Ah, damn it. Anyway, oh god, I forgot what I was talking about. The professions. I was just saying something now. I've completely forgotten what it was. That sucks. Well, god, it's like on the tip of my mind, but I can't remember what it is now. Well, if they made it so that, like, professions... I've got nothing here. Yeah, that's right, I got it now. So, when you go through the list of things you can make in your profession, and you got like all kinds of grayed out items for like a low level, so that seems, it's like all unorganized. So you got like the low level stuff you can make mixed in with the high level stuff that you can make, and it's like everything's confused. Like you got like subheadings, like for blacksmithing you got like weapons, armor and all that, but they're all like, all the low level and high level stuff are mixed together. It's really annoying. Alright, this will be my last battle. Pretty scatterbrained right now. So all these topics, like half of them I don't even care about, like PvP in general I just don't care about. There's nothing on like pet battles, people talking about all kinds of like it's usually just like the same topics over and over. Like people latch on to like some kind of issue that people are talking about, and then they just ask a million questions concerning that when the answers are just obvious anyway. So it's difficult to give my 2 cents to something that's just like obvious as hell. But one little thing that they added to the bottom of this page here is that the Elder Scrolls Online beta is starting soon. Now I've played Elder Scrolls and I get extremely bored of it, really bored of it. Like when Skyrim came out and everyone was playing it, I was like, oh, this could be fun, because I've never like really... are you kidding me? How did he die so fast? Damn it! Tanksbot dies all the freaking time. I was watching it as well. I was gonna like swap him out, but apparently I was too slow. Whatever. So, yeah, the Elder Scrolls is like, I can't explain it. It's just there's no flow to it. Like you gotta like run around on your horse for like 5 hours and go to different places. Someone gives you a quest to like go into a cave. Like I only found like one quest that was like dungeon-ish, and the rest of it was like you just gotta run through 5,000 miles of snow and find some guy who's gonna like give you some really boring dialogue, and you know, it just wasn't an interesting game to me. Like I'm sure a lot of people think it's great, but I just don't get it at all. And the Elder Scrolls Online is apparently like that game, but with more people. That's what they're going for. So it's like I don't have any interest in that whatsoever. Awesome. All right. Well, that is it for today, guys. I will be back tomorrow. Have a good one. Catch you.